Hello all, welcome again to Basic Psychological Processes, Session 6, Modern Perspective of Psychology, Positive Psychology and Indian Perspective. Learning Objective, Indian Psychological Perspective in Understanding Psychology, different literatures related to Indian psychology, contribution of Indian psychology in solving real life problems, the importance of positive psychology, the influence of positive psychology on society. Session outcome: students gained knowledge about contribution of Indians to the field of psychology, importance of culture in enriching personal growth, different Indian literatures and its contribution to the field of psychology, importance of positive psychology, influence of positive psychology on the well-being of the society. Indian perspective. Psychology in India as a modern scientific discipline has a short history. However, the curiosity to understand the mind and its function goes back to ancient days. There has been extensive and in-depth exploration with regard to self, consciousness, health and well-being, emotion and motivation, ethics and morality. Literatures related to Vedas, Upanishad texts, Smritis, Vedanta, Vedangas, texts like Saraka Samhita, Susrita Samhita, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, Kautilya's Arthashastra, Vatsayana's Kama Sutra, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita offer extensive knowledge having significant psychological importance. Indian thought about the mind and its processes has been synthetic in approach and many concepts have universal appeal. The Taittiriya Upanishad is amongst the oldest texts that explain 5 shells, Panchakoshas. Annamaya, foodful, Pranamaya, energyful, Manomaya, instinctives, Vijayamaya, cognitive, Anandamaya, blissful. The Atma is beyond these 5. Similarly, the doctrine of Trigunas, that includes Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, has been used to describe personality. They stand for purity, action and inertia. The dominance of other guna shapes the behavior of a person. The problem regarding nature, the states and functioning of consciousness and the modes of its control have interested Indian Sris. The Indian texts use empirical observation and inferences enhanced by comparison and intuition and testimony to understand the problem of mankind. The unique feature of this approach is the use of the first person psychology in which a person explores his or her own mental processes and emphasizes on the experiential enrichment and personal growth. The analysis of self, states of consciousness, particularly mind-body relationship, mental functions, mental health and practical wisdom have all been well planned. Psychologists have now realized that the role of culture in shaping the mind and the increasing interaction of cultures with globalization. Positive psychology. Positive psychology is the study of positive subjective experiences, positive individual traits, and positive institutions promises to improve quality of life. Positive psychology focuses on both individual and societal well-being. Positive psychology focuses on the positive events and influences in life, including positive experiences like happiness, joy, inspiration, and love, positive states and traits like gratitude, resilience, and compassion, positive institutions applying positive principles within entire organizations and institutions. The founder of positive psychology is Martin Seligman. Positive psychology teaches how to harness the power of shifting one's perspective to maximize the potential for happiness in many of our everyday behaviors. Positive psychologists have suggested a number of ways in which individual happiness may be fostered. Social ties with a spouse, family, friends, and wider network through work, clubs, or social organizations are of particular importance. Positive psychology complements without intending to replace or ignore the traditional areas of psychology. Positive psychology has also placed a significant emphasis on fostering positive self-esteem and self-image. The basic premise of positive psychology is that human beings are often drawn by the future more than they are driven by the past. A change in our orientation to time can dramatically affect how we think about the nature of happiness. The goal is to minimize pathological thoughts that may arise in a hopeless mindset and to instead develop a sense of optimism toward life. Positive psychologists seek to encourage acceptance of one's past, excitement and optimism about one's future experiences, and a sense of contentment and well-being in the present. Session summary. In Indian psychology has a short history, but to understand the mind and its function goes back to ancient days. There has been extensive and in-depth exploration with regard to self, consciousness, health and well-being, emotions and motivation, ethics and morality. Positive psychology focuses on both individual and societal well-being. Positive psychology complements without intending to replace or ignore the traditional areas of psychology. Thank you.